Well, a not so subtle reminder from Mother Nature that we are still in February and still in the winter season with some light snow, cold, and some wind chills to deal with to kick off the week on this Monday. But good news, dry, moderating temperatures over the next couple of days, especially by midweek. Now, there is some wet weather set to return on Thursday, but looking down the road, good news, spring-like start to the weekend and finish to February, with Saturday being the final day of the month. That looks to be on the table. The thing on the table right now is continuing light snow showers. They have been very, very persistent through the course of the day, causing a few issues and more issues in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We've had more in the way of accumulation, and we had some slick roadways this morning, a number of school closings, and some of the travel could be a little bit problematic, especially after the sun goes down here within the hour. Where you see some of the deeper blue, we're getting that enhancement. It's just kind of a classic setup that we see this time of the year. We got some mid-level energy to our south, a northwest flow bringing moisture off of the Great Lakes, running right down through the heart of the bluegrass and into the mountains of southeastern Kentucky here. And here in Lexington, again, the snow showers have been persistent. Luckily, we haven't had any issues relative to problems on the roadways. Winter weather advisory until midnight along the Kentucky-Virginia border here. Looks like Leslie County and Bell County expires at 10, the rest of it at midnight. And I think the Weather Service hanging on to this due to the fact that as those snow showers continue this evening there in the highest elevations, some of the roadways could get a little glaze or snow on them and become slick with temperatures being so cold. We had a burst of a snow shower a few minutes ago. Now, not so much. There in front of Montgomery County Courthouse, where it's a whopping 28 degrees. And again, that northwest wind making it feel even colder. You see lower visibilities, Jackson County near McKee, where it is only 25. So temperatures haven't moved very much at all today. Started out in the upper teens to around 20. We've only managed mid to upper 20s. And those wind chills this morning in the single digits, now into the teens. It's been that way all day long. The winds still breezy tonight. I think they'll relax a bit, but you see a lot of the Ohio and Tennessee Valley dealing with unseasonably cold temperatures. We mentioned earlier in the newscast, showed you that package from New York. Of course, they got blasted with one of the stronger nor'easters in quite a while. Blizzard conditions, that's running all the way up to Boston. Major disruptions with all travel, airlines, train, car, of course, and they had some record snowfall. Providence, Rhode Island, over 30 inches of snow. I think that's an all-time record. And this is from my youngest daughter, Raleigh, who's out on Long Island, about 40 miles outside the city on the North Shore in Huntington, New York. Look at the snow here. This was just basically from the overnight hours. They had about 1.5 to 2 feet. Ironic, they live in a neighborhood, the road's clear, so of course the road crews up there are really getting after it. They really plow quickly as that stuff comes down, even in an extreme situation. Our snow machine's going to shut off this evening and overnight. We'll be in the low 20s in the morning, and then tomorrow afternoon, bit of a southwest wind. Notice how those wind streams are bright. That indicates a breezy wind. Mixed clouds and sun, that's going to push us back into the low 40s. Yeah, that's below average, but we're headed the right direction. We'll kind of flatline it and not move very much at all tomorrow night, so not as cold, and then we're right where we should be for this time of the year the rest of the week. That comes at a price, though. Wednesday, pretty decent. Still breezy and mild, low 50s, and then a wave of energy slides through, and notice some decent rain showers. So kind of a damp day on tap, it looks like, for the day on Thursday. That'll be our best day for some widespread rain chances. And some of the totals could be decent, updated here. Maybe a quarter to upwards of an inch, and down across southern Kentucky, maybe even a little more than an inch. Of course, that would obviously lend itself to maybe a little bit of low-lying flooding, given all the moisture we've had of late. Now, behind the departing system, pleasant temperatures, so no big push of cooler air. The high goes by to our southeast on Friday, so we begin to see that return flow, and we really feel it on Saturday, the final day of February. it is going to be mild. We're going to be back in the low 60s. So for a weekend day, the final day of February, it's going to feel pretty good at this point. So something to look forward to in that regard. A few clouds, cold tonight. Once the snow goes away, 20 the overnight low, partly sunny, breezy, but better. Southwest winds helping us out. That pushes us all the way up into the low 40s. We jump another 10 or 11 degrees on Wednesday, and then we keep it in the 50s, even with some solid rain chances around on Thursday. Saturday's your day for outdoor activities. And as we kick in the new month, yes, March 1st on Sunday and into early next week, some low-end shower chances and temperatures a bit cooler in the upper 40s and low 50s.